Yeah, so we were working with a company earlier, PencilBot, and they have an application, I believe, by the same name that we wanted to work with them on, and vice versa. And we thought it was a really great venture. Originally, kids' games weren't necessarily where we wanted to be, but looking at their ideas and looking at what they had come up with, we really felt it was just a really, really fun app. It's going to make good use of the iPhone in terms of how a kid's game is presented on the iPhone. Traditionally, kids' games on the iPhone, if you look at them right now, the selection available is very, very slim, and it's not done necessarily to the same professional quality as a lot of the other AAA titles on the iPhone. We felt that this is one of those kind of higher quality titles that is fun to play. It's cute, it's fun, but more importantly, it's something that kids would like. So.
And we're talking like young kids, because obviously Project Tatooine is aimed at a younger audience too, even though we have a lot of fun playing it.
Yeah.
But like really young, like 2 to 5 year olds, and you're learning bright colors, as well as a lot of the people that we work with have kids, and surprisingly, and their wives and older friends. It's like the iPhone is just this kind of keep your kid like quiet and engaged when they're in the car, this kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I have a 3-year-old, I guess soon to be 4-year-old, who I guess I can proudly say that I've handed him the iPhone before and said, "Look, shiny," and he plays with something like Bebop or a toy like that. But what's good about this is that yes, it can be used absolutely as a distraction, but with this game, he's actually learning something with it. He's actually learning pattern recognition and colors and such, and that's a useful thing to have. It's more than just a distraction. It's actually an educational application. So Project Tatooine, we will release the name later. The whole point of Project Tatooine was that traditional games on the iPhone, a lot of them are so focused around the concept of having characters on a screen and basically playing the game through the screen itself. I think one of the things that we wanted to do with this was to kind of break that stride that a lot of iPhone games have been having recently, and we wanted to actually make the iPhone itself the weapon. Us growing up, we played with Super Soakers, around the neighborhood. We played, cops and robbers, and we had those great times still. And the idea is this is almost a natural progression of that. So as opposed to having the Super Soaker, now we have the iPhone, and what could we do if the iPhone was the weapon? And because of that, you're able to have multiple weapons with it. I think we're going to be shipping with about 8 or 10 initially, and the whole point of it is to have different weapons for different purposes. Players can run around in any area that they feel is good for them and suited, and they'll be able to kind of with the compass and the core location, will be able to point and shoot, so they actually can choose different people to attack. I think we're also doing in-store app purchases.
Mm-hmm. So much of the game is like how good you are with your weapon, and you're getting a lot of practice trying to get better at your weapon just so you can beat other people. And if you've got the upgraded version, like the next hotness of your weapon, like a month before your friend does because you bought it in store, rather than waiting for it to come out as part of Weapon Wednesday. And plus, like as I said, so much of your ability to fight is your personal skill. Like the one I was playing before, Anemone, it's like a blade weapon. You're like hitting people with it, but if you're not getting as much force into it or enough speed as you should, then you're not going to be getting like as much damage as you could.
Whereas the previous weapon I was doing, Daffodil, it's actually more kind of time based. You can fire the weapon normally, but there's a sweet spot to it. Of course, if you go a millisecond over the sweet spot, you can actually get damage done to you. So that's why you want to play the timed game very nice with that, and that's why you want to do the parry and thrust with the blocking.
So regardless whether you bought the new hotness weapon, if you're not any good with it, then you're not going to do very well with it.
And that's just true in life. You can buy the nice big equipment, but if you're not good, you're not good.